Mic check 1, 2, 3.
Wanna continue with the next game, Diego?
If the next game is PSG United, yeah, man.
That's all yours, brother.
I'll take that.
That's all yours.
A magic night, a history of comebacks. I think the one of the most important things is the fact that they became the first team in European history to lose 2-0 at home and then still come back to advance. I think that's one of the most important things.
Wait, but how is that true? If we did it against Wolfsburg, we lost 2-0 at their house and came back, and Ronaldo scored a hat trick that day.
At their house.
No, at home.
At home. Okay,
That's
my
hard.
bad.
They're just 2 away goals.
Yeah, okay. No, my bad. You're right.
So it's the first team to have a loss at home first leg and then be able to go away and then still advance. That's the first time that's ever been done. So that already, for me, that's enough. But there's a lot of stuff that went on during that game, a lot of drama, which was amazing for the week for Champions League. And you have those 2 young players that made their debut, Champions League debut, Greenwood that stepped on the pitch for the very first time.
How old is he?
17?
17.
17. Yeah. Greenwood 17. They're saying the funny thing is that he had to go back to school today, in the morning. He had to leave to go back to school, which is, I think, hilarious, and I think it's actually very I respect that a lot. Because there was.
I feel bad for the kid because I just qualified. Oh shit! I have to go back to school.
Feel bad for him? He has a fucking awesome
meaning he can't
life.
celebrate with his teammates. That's the only reason why I'm saying it.
But that's on Monday.
He can't fucking porn.
Yeah, I feel bad too.
I would take the day off and fucking go the following day.
Maybe at that age. Maybe at that age.
Maybe that shows you where his dedication is at.
And you still have homework. That's due next.
I'm sure he has mad girls doing his homework.
For real.
Now,
I thought that was pretty cool.
what's your take on the chicken wing?
The chicken wing, man. I've had a lot of people come at me for that penalty.
All right, hold on. Let me ask you straight up. Was it a penalty or was it not? In your opinion, if you would have been the ref, do you call it a penalty?
If I were
No
ref,
VAR.
I'm calling that a penalty. But
No VAR.
No, come on, no VAR. We're in a world with VAR.
Yeah.
Well,
We're in a world with VAR.
It is a VAR call. I think it's correct.
On the spot, I would have called it. His arm was pretty far away from his body.
That's precisely the argument. With VAR, that's always going to be called a penalty. Without it, it would have gone no instance. That wouldn't have been called. It would have been a corner kick.
But I think it's a penalty no matter what, like Danny said. I think it should have been a penalty no matter what. Now, I get why refs don't want to call it because they're nervous about calling because they're not 100% sure.
Exactly.
But VAR just gives them that 100%,
but
confidence to do it.
Being on the field, I would have called it.
Ricky, what do you think?
I would have not called it.
Marco?
I didn't see it. I can't comment.
Great goal.
Shot,
Bitch.
Thank you.
What's going on? I wouldn't have called it if there was no VAR, but with VAR, yes, I agree with the call.
Besides that, though, Lukaku stepping up. I can't fucking believe that he could play like that. I can't believe it.
I can't either. The fact that he's hitting this form right now, we have nine first team starters out. It's ridiculous, and I think it all boils down to the mentality that Solskjaer has put into the team, the whole demeanor and stuff like that.
His face looks so painful.
He's like, damn it, I should have never switched teams.
We were top of the league for most of the season.
You don't want to punch him right now.
Daddy, you want to switch, please?
We still talking about soccer though?
We're playing against Bayern, who were broken down. You just figured out you're a Manchester United fan. Didn't realize that Chicharito wasn't even there anymore. It's like,
I'm mad as
what's sucking right now is that Lukaku was actually doing work, and I couldn't believe that he did work. I mean, if you think about it, in 1 week you played the 2 teams that were also in the same group stage in Champions League. So you did play against Liverpool and you did play against PSG in the same week, and you guys turned it up incredibly for fucking both games. Is it really down to Ole? Roly Poly Oli did it? I think that's the only thing that's changed.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And before I said that it might not have been enough time for him to do stuff tactically, but I think at this point, even that's starting because one of the in the post match commentary that they were doing interviews with both Solskjaer and some of the players and stuff like that. They asked Ashley Young about the two youngsters coming on and stuff like that. And one of the things that he said, he was like, actually, and he was laughing when he said it. He's like, we were told to switch formations like 3 or 4 times throughout that whole game. So he said that Solskjaer was constantly on top of them, adjusting to how PSG were controlling the game. Once they got the quick goal, once they got scored on, like Solskjaer was constantly changing the team shape to be able to take. That blew my mind, because it's one thing for Solskjaer to be all smiles and happy, but it's another thing for him to take control of the team the way he did and be able to instruct them to take the opportunities where they are. Like, I thought that was pretty
what's
cool.
clear is that Rolly Polioli did learn from Fergie. That's what Fergie used to be able to do when he was coaching them. So I give him props for that, but you also got to give props to Mao.
You read my mind.
Well, yeah. Enriquez used to talk about it all the time. He couldn't do it with us. Rolly Polioli is great, but Mo also has a lot to do with how great you guys are doing now. Don't you think so?
That's true.
Because Mo,
even though he's gone, they still must have learned something must have stuck from when he was there.
the defensive block was incredible. You practiced it against Liverpool, and then you held it up again in the same week against PSG, basically conceding 1 goal, right? Which is great. And then you fucking turn around and Lukaku scores an incredible 2 goals. I still can't believe it, man. This is bullshit.
Well, let's also take it on the other. Put the shoe on the other foot. Buffon coughed one up.
Oh, just disgusting.
There you go.
I feel bad for the guy because I love him, but you leave Juventus to chase the Champions League with PSG, who spent boatloads of cash on Neymar and Mbappe, and you cough that up. Or the Champions League, and you cough that up. What must be going through his head?
Buffon's hanging up his gloves at the end of the season.
You think?
I have to believe so, or I don't think PSG's going to keep him.
It
is his fault.
Back?
It is his fault. But, okay, he's allowed 1 fault. Unfortunately, it happened at the biggest stage.
Yeah.
But it's not... They didn't lose that game because of that fault. They lost that game because of the shitty back pass. They lost the game because of a stupid defender who thinks that he's above getting caught. You're in the world of VAR now. What the fuck? And you never face a ball looking back. I feel like that's a tactic that professionals have tried to do.
Recall, VAR is just starting to come around. So players now they start adjusting how they play. So it's going to take a while for things to start becoming clean.
It is. I get it. It is. But still, as a defender, you got to think the tactics they taught me are bad, or you gotta prepare for that. Like, you don't jump with your back turned away, because you see that he looked at the kick, then looked away and stuck his arm out.
It's a handball. It's
absolutely.
That,
But a smart defender would have gone straight, facing it forward, and not turned his back. Kept his arms tight. We can say that, but they're professionals. They're trained from a young age like this. We do it all the time. When we defend, we sometimes do it where we put our arms behind our back just to say, hey, ref, we're not sticking our arms out. Come on.
I think when it's like, again, just going back to the handball, we get it to call. I just think a lot of defenders do it. It's just natural for a lot of people.
Absolutely, and it's completely the wrong way to defend.
Now it's being penalized for it. But now, besides Buffon, you think he's hanging up his gloves. I want to take it to the other guy who is also eating his words, Di Maria.
He's not drinking his beer no more.
Maria, man.
He's holding an L instead.
He's drinking the L.
He's drinking an L.
It's funny how he's the one that's like singled out. Everybody else.
As soon as the game ended, zoom on Di Maria's face.
That's just they want to.
But the thing is that
he's what he said.
Defense fault. They were up 2-0.
No, dude.
And because of him, they were up 2-0.
This is another Real Madrid Ajax moment type of thing. Like,
yeah.
PSG kind of had this in the bag.
Yeah, they really did.
Manchester United were beat down. Pogba's out.
But I was expecting
a
good game. I was expecting a good game.
I was too, ironically enough.
But I just saw PSG having the upper hand. Definitely.
Yeah. Like you said, on paper, it was PSG's way.
Yeah.
Fucking United, man. They came up big.
I've seen PSG play great defense. That's what gets me so confused. I've seen what they can do. And it's very, very, very good. How they choked it like this, I don't get. All they had to do was hold the ball, keep away.
Choke.
How do you say choke in French?
Against Barca.
Le choke.
And have you guys seen that clip of Dani Alves where he was juggling the ball in the middle of the pitch, like around the 20th minute?
Yeah.
That's the mentality. They went in so like, oh, we got this.
I think they were overconfident.
So cockiness lost this week? Is that what we're trying to say?
Yeah.
Cockiness got the better of everybody?
I could definitely see that.
Yeah, for sure.
After Ramos' comments, the Maria's antics and Daniel is on the field, I can definitely see cockiness being the overall reason for teams failing. Yeah.
Yeah, because once you have cockiness, you go ahead and underestimate your competition, and the second that you do, they fucking gobble you up.
Because you gotta think about it. You're going into cocky. This team has nothing to lose at this point. They're down already. They're down and out.
Yeah.
They're like, I got you in the bag of them.
Yeah.
You got raped.
And it's funny because we saw that at Bafana 0.25.
0.25.
Remember?
Damn, you guys just dropped even more.
Oh no, we were lower than that like 2 weeks ago. We're back up to a quarter now. We beat the same team that we had lost against, right?
Yeah.
They thought they were gonna come kick our ass as soon as they saw us. We fucking beat them 3-2 in the last minute, and they were pissed. They were hurting. Remember?
Yeah, they were really trying to beat us.
Yeah, they were really going for it. Yeah. It was a great game, and it was exciting. But there you saw they had cockiness too. And we fucking gobbled them up. Yum, 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 yum.
All right. So
What'd you gobble up?